Hello and welcome to Brandy's Poetry Corner, reading from the selected poems of Thomas Hood. This one is quite well known still. It is one of his poems about the terrible conditions of working, in this case working women, and it's called The Song of the Shirt. Yes. And it's a wonderful, it's a contrast between the beautiful clothes that richer people wore and the conditions of the women who sewed them. And it's called The Song of the Shirt. So this is The Song of the Shirt by Thomas Hood, which was published in Punch, Christmas 1843. The Song of the Shirt by Thomas Hood. With fingers weary and worn, with eyelids heavy and red, a woman sat in unwomanly rags, plying her needle and thread. Stitch, 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 in poverty, hunger and dirt, and still with a voice of dolorous pitch she sang the song of the shirt. Work, 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 while the cock is crowing aloof, and work, 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 till the stars shine through the roof. It's oh to be a slave along with the barbarous Turk, where woman has never a soul to save, if this is Christian work. Work, 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 till the brain begins to swim. Work, 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 till the eyes are heavy and dim. Seam and gusset and band, band and gusset and seam, till over the buttons I fall asleep and sew them on in a dream. Oh, men with sisters dear, oh, men with mothers and wives, is it not linen you're wearing out, but human creatures' lives? Stitch, 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 in poverty, hunger and dirt, sewing at once with a double thread, a shroud as well as a shirt. But why do I talk of death, that phantom of grisly bone? I hardly fear his terrible shape, it seems so like my own. It seems so like my own because of the fasts I keep. O God, that bread should be so dear, and flesh and blood so cheap. Work, 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 my labour never flags. And what are its wages? A bed of straw, a crust of bread, and rags. That shattered roof, this naked floor, a table, a broken chair, and a wall so blank my shadow I thank for something falling there. Work, 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 from weary chime to chime. Work, 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 as prisoner works for crime. Band and gusset and seam, seam and gusset and band, till the heart is sick and the brain benumbed, as well as the weary hand. Work, 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 in the dull December light, and work, 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 when the weather is warm and bright, while underneath the eaves the brooding swallows cling, as if to show me their sunny backs and twit me with the spring. Oh, but to breathe the breath of the cowslip and primrose sweet, with the sky above my head and the grass beneath my feet, for only one short hour to feel as I used to feel, before I knew the woes of want and the walk that costs a meal. Oh, but for one short hour, a respite, however brief, no blessed leisure for love or hope, but only time for grief. A little weeping would ease my heart, but in their briny bed my tears must stop, for every drop hinders needle and thread. Seam and gusset and band, band and gusset and seam, work, 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 like the engine that works by steam, a mere machine of iron and wood that toils for mammon's sake, without a brain to ponder and craze, or a heart to feel and break. With fingers weary and worn, with eyelids heavy and red, A woman sat in unwomanly rags, plying her needle and thread. Stitch, 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 in poverty, hunger, and dirt, and still with a voice of dolorous pitch, would that its tone could reach the rich, she sang this song of the shirt. Thank you. Yes, from the Christmas 1843 edition of Punch. What is different nowadays? Sweatshops are mainly happening at the other side of the world, so we don't always think about them in the way that Thomas Hood did when they were happening in his very city. For other poems read by me, look me up, Brandy Pearson, on YouTube. Thank you.